What's up, everybody? It's just Mike here, bringing you another episode of Theorymons, a series in which we go through the Pokemon that we're going to be using all throughout the week. Alright, now, this week I'm going to be showing you a team that I came up with called Comin for That Booty. Because the whole thing about this team is it's super offensive. And you know what they say about offensive teams, right? Swiggity Spooty, they coming for that booty. So we're going to start with a Hitmonlee over here, which is going to be named Ollie, because if you go back to my first video, you'll notice that when I asked for submissions for Pokemon, a guy named Ollie, my buddy Ollie, he suggested a Hitmonlee. So I'm going to be using a normal gem unburdened Hitmonlee, which is actually, ironically, the same set, not very ironic, the same set that I got in a random battle yesterday, and you can check that out. It's going to be running the Fake Out, the High Jump Kick, the Blaze Kick, and the Sucker Punch. Now, the whole thing about Unburdened Normal Gem is I'm going to send in that Hitmonlee, I'm going to hit him up with a Fake Out. That Normal Gem is going to be used for the Fake Out. The Fake Out always, well, in most cases, will go first. It has a +1 priority. It's going to make them flinch, so it'll make them use up that first turn. And then from there, I have the Unburdened, which will bring my 273 speed to, let's do the math here, 546. A speed of 546. That's amazing. Amazing. Then I can go for the High Jump Kick and the Blaze Kick, and then they don't see the Sucker Punch coming, so boom! Gonna go for that Sucker Punch, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go over to my Raisin Brand, my Alakazam, and you know why Alakazam's named Raisin Brand, right? Because he's got the 2 scoops! Alright? He's going to be running the Magic Guard Alakazite, so that's my magic, that's my Mega. The only thing about switching from a Magic Guard to a Mega Alakazam's Trace is that you're kind of worried about any kind of statuses, right? So you're worried about the toxic damage, you're worried about the paralysis, you're worried about the burn. Now, the one thing that's good about that is I have the Florges, which has the aromatherapy, which we're going to be going over later. But over here, I've got the Focus Blast, I've got the Psy Shock, I've got the Shadow Ball, and I've got the Hidden Power Fire. Now, the Hidden Power Fire is actually used for me against Scizors. Alright, I'm very scared of Scizors. I don't like them at all. They are not my favorite jam, especially when they're used against me. I love them on my own team, but I don't like them when they're used against me. So that's why the Hidden Power Fire is there. Of course, it's going to be a fast special sweeper set, so it's going to have the timid nature, so plus speed minus attack. It's going to have the 371 speed, which, by the way, Hitmonlee can still outspeed. But it's also going to have the 368 special attack because I put all 252 EVs into that one, and then, of course, the 4 HP. So let's go into my Swooty, because, you know, Swiggity Swooty, Scizor's coming for that booty. That's why, actually, I named this entire team Coming for That Booty, because Scizor puts in mad work when he has the Choice Band Technician. Because, as you guys know, Choice Band, it increases the holder's attack by 1.5%, or 1.5 times, but it can only use the first move that I choose. So if I use a Bullet Punch, I'll be locked into Bullet Punch unless I switch out, and when I bring them back in, I can use anything else. So I'm going to be running the Bullet Punch, the Aerial Ace, the Pursuit, and the U-Turn. Now, the only reason that I'm running the Pursuit is for things like Alakazam, okay? Because Alakazam, if they're not running Hidden Power Fire, which is kind of often, I can go for a U-Turn on an Alakazam or any other kind of Psychic Pokemon. So let's think of a Reuniclus, for example. Now, Reuniclus is super slow. I'm going to be going before it. So it's going to want to switch out. And when it does that, if I go for a Pursuit, a Choice-Banded Pursuit, that's most likely going to take it out, or at least do a gigantic healthy chunk. Alright, and of course, this Scizor is plus attack and plus HP. I'm not going to be putting in the plus speed, because even if I do, let's take a look over here. If I put in the 252, that gives it only a speed of 229. And there are a lot of things that are faster than 229, so I'm just going to bite the bullet and put in an HP. That puts it up to 344 as opposed to its normal 281, so that adds a good 60-something, or just shy of 60. Right, so let's go on into Navi. Now, this Navi is actually named after my friend Naveed, because I faced against him the other day using my team Heatran level 96, which you can see in my Theorymons 1. he killed off all my physical Pokemon. So he killed off my my Crawdaunt, and he killed off my Breloom. I wasn't running Mega Scizor at that point. I was still running my Fortress. And he was able to just wall my entire team, because the rest of it's special, right? And this Florges, it has 450 almost special defense. And that is just a monster. And if you run Wish and Protect on that, you're going to be getting your HP back. All right, so Florges is definitely your special wall. All right, and for that reason, I put on 252 EVs on HP, 252 EVs on special defense, and I gave it a calm nature because I'm not going to be keeping this Florges in against any physical attacks. And if I am, it's just because I'm resistant to it, and at that point, I can live it anyway, right? So the other moves I'm giving it are a Moonblast, because it is very strong in special attack, and I'm giving it the Aromatherapy, and that is for things like Alakazam. Once I get away from the Magic Guard, once I Mega Evolve, being susceptible to the what's it called? The Burn, Paralysis, or the Toxic. That is also applicable to any one of the Pokemon on my team, minus Toxic for Scizor. Alright, so you notice here I've also got the Flower Veil. Now, Flower Veil prevents lowering of ally Grass-type Pokemon's stats, and that will actually really come into play with original PUMP, my Gourgeist. Oh, hold on. That's the phone. One sec. And we're back. Alright, so we're talking about the Flower Veil here. Prevents lowering of ally Grass-type Pokemon's stats. That's going to come into play with my original PUMP, which is my Gourgeist. If you're going to run a Florges, and you're going to keep on Flower Veil as opposed to Symbiosis, which passes its item to an ally, you're kind of gonna have to go a little bit gimmicky at that point, running a Pokemon without an item and passing on Florges' item over to it. I don't really go for that kind of gimmicky stuff, so I like to have the Flower Veil. But if you're gonna run that, if you're going to want to use it properly, use a Grass Pokemon on your team. Okay, and I'll get to that in just a second, but let's go over to the Big Mama. Alright, my Big Mama, the Mamoswine. He's going to be running the Focus Sash because I don't like having Mamoswine get one-hitted, one-shotted, one O-code before I can throw out my Stealth Rocks. Okay, I really like having Stealth Rocks up. I don't have any sort of Defogger or Rapid Spinner on this team, so at least having my own kind of hazards up will help. I'm going to be running the Thick Fat, which is going to receive half damage from fire and ice attacks, which both are weaknesses of Mamoswine, which you don't want to have happen. I'm going to be running the Focus Sash, like I already said. I'm going to be running the Ice Shard, the Icicle Crash, and the Earthquake. Now, Mamoswine is my only Pokemon that I have that will be able to use Earthquake. Earthquake is a very strong move, and so if I were to have any weakness on this team, I would say that it would be Fire. Because that can take out my original PUMP, it can take out my Swooty, and when those two happen, when that happens, I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage. So the thing about Mamoswine is if I can switch it in on a Fire type, then I can get a good Earthquake off, maybe one, maybe two, definitely one, maybe two, because I do have the Focus Sash. For that reason, I'm going to be increasing the speed EVs, and I'm going to be increasing the attack EVs. I'm also going to give it an Adamant Nature because if I'm only going to get one attack off, it might as well count, okay? So I'm going to go into my original PUMP, the Gourgeist. Of course, it's my original pumpkin. I'm going to be giving it the leftovers, just like I gave to Navi. I'm going to give it the ability Frisk because I like to notice what kind of items the other Pokemon are using. I'm going to give it the Will-O-Wisp, the Leech Seed, the Shadow Sneak, and the Seed Bomb. That way I can have my team which has status ailments. I can have my team which has priority with my Hitmonlee and my Scizor. I have my team which has heals, which is the Navi. And I have a team which has hazards, which is my Big Mama. I'm going to give it the Shadow Sneak now. Giving it the Shadow Sneak over the Phantom Force, I think is a smarter idea. Because as long as you run either a defensive or a offensive Gourgeist, then you're going to get the hit off properly. Because if you use something like Phantom Force, your Gourgeist is really, really slow. So the amount of times which you're going to go first, not very many. So you're going to get attack before you can go for the Phantom Force anyway. You might as well go for the priority and get an attack in first. The Will-O-Wisp and the Leech Seed. Will-O-Wisp is just to get their attack down so that my just natural bulk can take care of the rest. That's why I'm giving it a specially defensive nature and a specially defensive EV spread, just so it can provide coverage against special attacks as well. Okay? And then, of course, I'm going to give it the Seed Bomb because it's a great stab move for my Gourgeist. Of course, if you guys don't know what stab is, that's same type attack bonus. Any move that's used with the same type as your Pokemon gets a 1.5 rather times attack boost, or boost in power, I should say. Anyway, so that's the team. I'm going to be using it all this week. Again, if you want to see this team, go click the link right under me. It's going to take you right to the playlist. If you're watching this on the day that I release it, it's going to be coming out tomorrow. You're going to be seeing your first episode of it tomorrow, and then you're going to be seeing it all week. So, you guys have yourselves a great day, have yourselves a great week, have yourselves a great month. You keep doing your thing, and I'll be StillJustMike. See you guys.